Hey guys, this is S91 Mercury here, coming at you again with another ranked battle diary. Today I'm really excited. I get to show off one of my favorite teams. It's definitely free to play, definitely useful. Let's get into it here. It is the unbelievably good, how am I going to say this, Shino-Kurenai-Jiro trio. Wow, that is lame. It does not roll off the tongue like Ino Shika Cho. This is the team I use all the time. There's lots of synergy between Jirobo here and Great Ninja War Shino and Kurenai. I'll go over why in a minute, but I want to show you why I'm using them today. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to be taking on my friend Kamui here. And he has this top team here that is insanely awesome, right? It has this combo that only works off of combo chases. And so once you get 10 hits, then you get 20. And then you get 30, and there's all kinds of DPS and ignition coming out of, Roshi and Yukata and Jagara and Conan, and it's just, every team I've stuck in front of that team melts away. Now, why would I use this team? Well, here's what you gotta know, is that Jirobo here, which nobody uses, whenever I go to the forums and people are asking for team advice, and they're posting their ninjas, he's always at level 1, nobody cares about Jirobo, he gets no love. But here's the thing, is that he recovers life by 12% when your team recovers chakra. He also has a passive right here that says that his defense and resistance will increase when attacked each time. This guy is one of the best tanks in the game. People don't believe me, but it's true. Now we all know that Kimimaro can take a lot of damage. We probably know that Kitamaro can take a lot of damage, but Jirobo can tank just as well, if not better, than Kitamaro. Kimimaro is really the best. We'll get into why later. Let's look at Shino here. He has this passive that every time the opponent's chakra skills, you obtain 50% of the chakra it consumes. You can also draw off 10 chakra points from the attacker when you receive a taijutsu attack. Right, so that's going to feed Jirobo. Right, so whenever you're getting comboed, some big, heavy, expensive mystery, the chakra is going to go right in Jirobo's life. To help out, it's Kurenai. She has the same passive. Right, so when somebody uses a skill, you get 50% of the chakra points you need that are spent on that skill. Alright, so enough of that stuff. Let's get into it here and see what happens. Put Jirobo out front. I want him basically to take as much damage as possible. Right? I want him to have the lowest amount of health points going into round 2, so that I'll get beat up by Kamui's 3 big initiators. Okay. Now Han and Aruka deployed their skills. That means I was able to get that chakra from them. I was able to actually get 40 points. Because Kurenai deployed her mystery, and Jirobo did too. I was able to get rid of that pesky maid barrier. Right? So then when the combo goes off on the next round, it won't be quite as devastating. Another thing about Jirobo's barrier that's good is that it buffs every Earth ninja in all 3 of your lineups. Right? If you use like Sasuke or Haku or who else? Anko, these people only buff the fire ninjas or the lightning ninjas on the immediate team. Alright, now look at this, right? Yeah, this combo is just insane. I love this team. Someday when I get Roshi, I'm going to put this team in there. Alright, so Jirobo has the lowest amount of life. Right, Kurenai's got her shield on Orochimaru. We want to keep Orochimaru alive. Right, so that when somebody dies, you get Hashirama out there. Look at this big hit coming from Roshi, right on Jirobo. And he's getting just destroyed. Except not really. He's basically he's gaining so much life with every attack. Now his life is slowly going down. If you compare it with like Kurenai and Shino and Kurenai are just about dead. Right? So that is why he's a great team. That is why he's really good. Alright, Now Shino had interrupted Sailor Sakura, but not the water main, so this Han team down here got healed. Which is really too bad, because if I can interrupt the heal, that team is basically dead. Alright, here's Gar going off. I showed you this trick in the last video, how you can get his barrier up and his mystery off in the same round using Shikamaru to make a Paradise variety. I should say here, this team that Kamui is using is a team I use in the arena. It's really good. Han is great, especially against lightning mains. But in all honesty, he is not that great of a rank battle ninja. There's reasons for that. I think it's just because he doesn't do a lot of damage. He can hurt you just as much as he hurts your opponent by taking away shields. I mean, if you're taking on somebody that's got a lot of shields and has, you know, running a loot team, lightning main, then he's really great. But in every other context I've seen him is that he just kind of gets beat up. Alright, so I'm kind of taking on the chin here, but my Orochimaru is still alive, and Jirobo, believe it or not, somehow has more life than Orochimaru. So the goal here is just to get out Hashirama. It's going to be my savior, because this Jigokudo is going to bring back Roshi. Ugh. Always really rough. But, you know, we're doing okay, right? The battle right here is about, it could go either way. Okay, but now, when Hashirama comes out, we give ourselves a much better chance of winning. Now, unfortunately, I think my Orochimaru is going to die next round, so I'm only going to get one of these out. But it's still pretty tanky, it's still pretty good, and, you know, we can cause a lot of problems. You see my team down here with Sailor Sakura and Water Main, and Kabuto in there. We got Kimimaro. This team is just your classic water and boil team. Oh, I just love it. I think pairing up Kabuto and Kimimaro is always a good idea. I kind of don't know how they work together. Kabuto has this weird passive where he does like a very small amount of damage to the people in his lineup when he kills them. Now, why would you want that? Well, if you have sound ninjas whose passives scale upward every time they're hit, Kabuto's heals help those passives get stronger. So Kimimaro really is one of the best tanks in the game, and Kabuto really helps him just get tough. And I've always wanted to run Kabuto and Kimimaro together with Kitamaru and Jirobo, just to see what kind of tank power that would be. I don't think it would do a lot of damage, and so it's why I run it. Oh, I wanted to point out here that Fu there was just brilliant, because this Yugara is super irritating. If he is able to copy Hashirama, then that Hashirama puts up a barrier, and now you gotta suffer under that barrier. It is no fun. That has happened to me so many times fighting Kamui, and I'm glad this time that Fu was able to stop him. Gaara's doing good work here. Excellent. One thing about not having the initiative that's good with this Immortal team is that my Sailor Sakura throws her slug out on the last turn. Okay, so you notice right here that Kamui has Sailor Sakura 2 also sitting kind of in the 4th spot. But she throws her slug out first, right? Then heals and does whatever she does. And then all the healing and all the buff clearing powers are gone. And then I throw my slug out there, and so he has to eat poison. That's one thing that's kind of nice, right? You gotta kind of take advantage of being slow sometimes, and this is really the only way I know how, is to use that poison tie hit on that last turn. Get that last buff hit on them. And it really hurts. And they don't come back from it. So his team is all dead. Alright, so we're just kind of mopping up here. This Utakata has done a ton of damage to me, but you know, he is, I don't know, he's a mixed bag, I think. And we are done.